Hello everyone, I'm Chris474 and I'm back. And I'm trying out Phantasy Star 2 Text Adventures, Amia's Adventure for the first time. It was never released in the US. It was... The Text Adventure series was released individually as downloadable games for the Japanese Mega Drive in the 1990, between 1990 and 91. I had to find an English translation patch for it, but let's give it a try and see if it's any good. Okay, how to play. 1, controls. A and C is select. B is cancel. A plus B plus C is reset game. This screen only. We got the display, HP, hit points, AP, attack points, arrest, criminals bag, the use command. There are 2 kinds of objects, those that can be taken and those that can't. You can only use items that are in your possession. Combat. When engaged in battle, use your weapon on your opponent. There may also be situations where you can win without using weapons. So let's dive right in. Time 1282 AW, autumn. Place B-Rock on the planet Motavia. Amia. B-Rock, a village at the ends of the earth. Amia, a young, beautiful counter hunter. Being an enthusiastic and gifted hunter, Amia had already claimed 15 bounties by the time she arrived in this remote region. An agent's commander had been assigned to B-Rock, and it was open season on a group of Motabian thieves holed up in town. They were accused of illegally accessing Mother Brain in order to disrupt the Dome Farm, which supplies food to the entire region. Hacking is among the most serious of crimes, and the commensurate bounties on such game are quite high. Amia parked her dune buggy by a hill near the village. Her first task was to get in touch with an agent's liaison. In the driver's seat of Amia's beloved all-terrain vehicle, Amia feels a sense of calmness as she sits here in front of the control panel. There's a glove compartment beside the steering wheel. Look at the panel. In addition to interfacing with the autopilot computer, this panel provides access to communication functions as well. A wanted poster for the leader of the thieves, alias Motabian Hack, has been received from the agents. The box. There's a knife inside. I'll take the knife. Amia took the knife, a small weapon made of titanium alloy. Let's take the poster. Displayed on the bulletin is a silhouette of a tall, thin Motabian. his face obscured by a cloak. Motavian hack is printed beneath it. I guess we have to move. The hill affords a view of B-Rock Village and the nearby dome. Beyond, the mountainous region stretches out as far as the eye can see. Passing by the dome farm, the eastbound road proceeds towards the village. Amia's jet buggy is parked in a thicket beside the road. What? The road continues east as far as the village and west to a small hill. An endless expanse of inaccessible mountains can be seen to the north. The dome farm lies to the south. There seems to be something wrong with the computer system. The dome is full of vegetation being grown for food, the majority of which has already started to wither. There's a storehouse on the south side. The dome control room is to the west. Numerous monitors line the walls. The entire dome is managed by this computer system, which is in turn controlled directly by Mother Brain. Harvested crops, fertilizer, and the like are kept here. Gloomy township. Every home is firmly locked. Only a residence to the south has its door open. There's a plaza to the north. Within the domicile, a man is having a stiff drink alone. He eyes Amia suspiciously. I haven't seen you around here before. Perhaps you have some business in town, he asked while looking her over. B-Rock Village. Okay, let's try north. Several villagers are present. Villagers. They seem to be what one would call peasants. Noticing that he was being examined, a man quit talking and turned to look at Amia. Behind him, a middle-aged woman followed suit. Ever since those Motavians started intruding, we've been too frightened to even go near the work site. Each day seems to last forever. My husband must go back to the farm soon, or our family won't be able to eat. Please do whatever it takes, she said to Amia. I'm searching for this man. If you see a lanky Motavian anywhere, let me know. I'm searching for this man. If you see a lanky Motavian anywhere, let me know. A man and a woman are looking this way. I've been to the plaza. Let's try going west. The automatic door has suffered a malfunction. It remains in the open position, having failed safe rather than secure. The mountain rocks rise ominously from the earth. Hill. Okie dokie. Wait, what if I go west? Jet buggy. Ah. There doesn't appear to be anyone present. Crops. They've begun to rot due to mismanagement. Apparently the villages haven't been working here recently. I... Okay. After taking the poster, he began to speak. I see, so you're Amia. I'm in contact with the agents. Here are some handcuffs. You'll need these to bring your target back alive. Excuse me. Okay. These manacles comprise a new style of handcuffs, not connected by a chain. When they exceed a predefined range, a signal activates a mechanism causing temporary paralysis in the detainee's body. They are very convenient, even though the suspect can move about freely while being escorted. Can we... Oh, do I not have the poster anymore? You said that before. I'm not even sure what to do. Oh, maybe I go back to... Evening has arrived and the dome has become considerably darker. Shrouded in a cloak, a Matabian emerges from his hiding place behind a planter. 7 or 8 more appear and they all enter the storehouse, except for one, who heads to the control room. He is high of stature. It is quite unusual to see a tall Matabian. There's no doubt about it. This is Hack, the one with the bounty on his head. The noise of a crowd emanates from the storehouse to the south. Faint sounds can also be heard coming to the dome control room to the west. So let's try the west. Hack is hunched over a control panel, fervently engaged. Amia crept up behind him. All she had to do in order to finish this job was capture their leader and turn him over to the agents. Yet he isn't one to get caught so easily, Amia thought to herself. Hack suddenly turned around. Amia took out her handcuffs. Just then, the rest of the Matavians surged into the room. Before she had a chance to confront them, Amia was struck on the back of the head and rendered unconscious. Upon awaking, he found the area deserted. Oh, look at the computer. The circuit for the switch has been severed. Hack must have cut it before running away. What was he trying to do? The dome farm is devoid of people once more. The dome control room is to the west. The storehouse is to the south. We go north. I'm expecting results, he says curtly before returning to his beverage. Well, I... Can I take... What do I do now? Ah, there are Motavian footprints on the ground. The footprints lead to a heretofore unseen gap in the rocks, revealing a narrow path heading north. Winding through the rocky terrain, the southerly path diverges east and west at this point. The movement of a black shadow to the east catches Amia's eye. These mountains form a habitat for several breeds of flying biomonsters. The true form of the shadow is that of a man-eating bat living in the mountainside. Amy slashed at her opponent with a knife. Amy a hit bat. 1 times 5 equals 5 points of damage. Let's get out of here. The east-west path ends abruptly at a cliff overlooking a deep valley. A road follows the cliff, ascending to the north and descending to the south. Boulders are scattered about, many with moss growing on them. Walking along the side of the mountain seems doable to the north and east. The road heads back south. Boulders lie everywhere. The mountain yields makeshift paths both to the east and south. The cry of an animal can be heard from the east. Within a stone crevice lays a nest constructed by a Motavian crow. A crow chick cries out in a berserk rage. Can we... This might be a mistake, but we'll try it. Uh-oh. The creature let out a heartbreaking wail, as if pleading for its parents to save its life before tumbling out of the nest to its death. Well, this part of the ridge is replete with large rocks. Passage is available east, west, and north. Beset on either side by steep walls of rock, this corridor was hewn from the very mountain itself. A large metallic object is lying in the road. There's a huge tiger paw, a trap someone has set to capture monsters. If a person were to get caught in one of these, they would be completely helpless. The trap left in the corridor to catch monsters slammed shut. Amia suffered a leg injury. To the south, a cavity in the wall of stone becomes the mouth of a cave. The rocky corridor returns to the west. It is pitch black. Amia is likely to be eaten by a biomonster. The stone has been scarred by pickaxes. Perhaps the Motabians cleared this path. Oh, wait. I don't even know where I'm supposed to be going. Look at the moss. Part of the moss growth has been scraped off as if something had rubbed against the rocks. The trail of damaged moss leads to the east. Really big. There's an infrared scope lying inside. Ah. Amiya took the scope. This device allows the wearer to see clearly even in total darkness. Okay. Let's try south. The road begins to narrow, finally disappearing altogether at the edge of a precipice. A pole stands here, a warning flag affixed to it. Amiya took the pole. There is nothing more than a tree limb with a piece of red cloth attached to the pointed end. The movement of a black shadow to the oh, that thing. Can I... No. I... This tunnel leads eastward through the cave. The exit can be reached to the north. The cavern wall to the west is interrupted by a wooden door, itself perturbed by a knothole marring its surface. This is the end of the tunnel, which returns to the west. Doors lie in every direction. A pleasant aroma is coming from the north. Chairs are arranged at regular intervals around a table. No one is present. A plate of food rests on the table. Well, I'm taking it. Amiya took the food. This Motabian cactus dish is... Munch munch, delicious. Amiya experienced a burst of energy. This room is overflowing with all manner of boxes which have been strewn about haphazardly. They're all filled with worthless odds and ends. Mixed in with the junk is an antique boomerang. Yeah, I'm taking that. A simple boomerang shaped like an acute angle. The surface has been adorned by engraving. Hack's room. It's Hack. He was not startled to see Amia, letting out a bold laugh instead. There's a door on the south side of the room, but the Motavian ringleader stands in the way. Amia took out her handcuffs, but Hack merely backpedaled out of the way. Give it up, little girl. There's no way you foolish humans can catch me, Hack proclaimed boldly before disappearing to the south. He sure speaks clearly for a Motavian, almost like a man. The terrain outside the cavern is formed from a slope of scraggy rock. Affixed to the side of the mountain to the north, a wooden door marks an entrance to the cave. Descent seems possible to the west and south. Oh god, not the bees! Amia saw her query beckoning to her in a condescending manner from the other side of the slope. As she started after him, something suddenly flew out from underfoot. A swarm of rock bees has appeared. Amy threw the boomerang. The insects painfully expel grains of stone as they flutter away into the sky. When she glanced in his direction, Amia found that Hack had disappeared. To the south, a vast desert can be seen at the bottom of the cliff, from which the wind rises tempestuously. The road follows the cliff longitudinally. More desert land can be seen at the base of the cliff. The wind is blowing. Sand seems to go on forever. If stared at long enough, the desert evokes feelings of despair. At the end of the road, emptiness. An abandoned cabin lies to the north. This dwelling is deserted. The only point of access is the door on the south side. A bunch of fabric hangs on the facing wall. The material is joined to a wooden stick. It spreads out to form a hang glider. Yeah. Amia took the hang glider. It is functionally similar to the wings of a bat. Amia can soar through the sky with this. This dwelling is deserted. The only point of access is the door on the south side. Did I... Wind. Pleasant breeze surrounds Amia. She has the urge to fly a paper airplane. Ooh. Wait. The rugged terrain continues to the north and west. Hector crossed the way, beckoning to Amia as if toying with her. When she approached him, tentacles sprang forth from countless openings in the surface. A whole worm has emerged from the ground. The worm sensed the disturbance in the air and immediately withdrew its tentacles, only to reveal them once more after the danger had passed. The boomerang doesn't seem very effective in this situation. Can I use the hang glider? Amiya jabbed at the enemy with a wooden pole, but it didn't make a very effective weapon. What? Yikes. Amiya slashed at her opponent with a knife. Wait. Oh no. Ooh. Ooh, you gotta start all the way over again? Well, we may not play this the whole stream. I just wanted to at least give this a try. Brutal. A little bit brutal. I mean, I don't even know how long this game is. You can't save. I could try out the other. I got 2 more of these. I got English translated patched that I can try out. I'm gonna take a break and then decide if I just want to move on to one of the and try out one of the next ones. Let's see if I want to, how much time I want to invest in these. So I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, I'm back. Let's... Okay, we died in this one. Let's change the title a little bit. Let's change the title a little bit. Let's give one of the other two I have patched a try. Let's try Anne's Adventure. Time 1284 AW Spring, Rivertown on the planet Motavia. Anne. Anne was a young doctor having just finished her internship. She is employed at a small hospital in Rivertown on planet Motavia. One day Anne was going about her task as usual when a grim-faced hospital doctor told her the following. We received word that the elementary school in Woodtown was attacked by biomonsters. It seems that many people were injured. I want you to take some medicine there as quickly as you can. This is a clean room with white walls. Dressed in a white coat, the hospital director is seated here in an armchair. The exit is to the north, the director's office is to the west, and a corridor leads south. The door to the pharmacy is visible to the east. The sick room is to the west, while the door to the hospital supply room lies to the east. The shelves are lined with cleaning supplies and things. Stairs lead down to the basement. The key to the pharmacy is here. Yeah, we'll give these three a try. I don't know if I'll actually try to do full playthrough these on stream. A thin layer of dust covers the floor of this dim room. Anne felt a chill in the air. Okay. The room contains a row of beds for the sick. Amy smiled at the patients as she walked by. There are 5 of them at the moment. One of whom is a 10-year-old boy. He is building a model of a ship on his bed. There's a bottle of glue nearby. I don't need that anymore, so you can have it, the boy said. Director's office. Nope, been there. Wait. A beautiful tree-lined road heads north. There's also a weapon shop to the east. Plank can be seen. I'm gonna take this plank. Anne took the plank. This wooden board is long and narrow. All sorts of guns, blades, and other weaponry are on sale within display cases. The proprietress eyes Anne suspiciously. What for? What's a woman like you doing here? Well, whatever. If you got the money, then I can sell you as many weapons as you want. But even the cheapest one I've got will cost you 100 Meseta. I definitely don't have that. The lovely avenue proceeds north and south. The aging shell of a small business rests to the east. Facing a diminutive house to the west, a young man is standing here. Even though the owner of that nearby shop is a bit rough, he's an outstanding craftsman. His specialty is carpentry, to be precise. Let me look at this ski again. Well, where's the pharmacy? Anne knocked on the door and a respectable-looking middle-aged woman appeared. You're a doctor, aren't you? My daughter is ill. Could you please examine her? The woman brought Anne into her house. Inside a cozy room, Anne found a girl sleeping in a bed. The woman is standing beside her. Anne gently placed her hand on the young girl's forehead. She's feverish. Would probably recover with some Trimate. Why couldn't you cure her, doctor? With the woman's sobbing voice at her back, Anne left the house. 'Cause I have no Trimate. Coming here from the south, the boulevard proper ends here. A white, stylishly built house is visible to the west. There's a sign standing by the side of the road. That particular residence happens to belong to Anne. The sign reads, North, Woodtown. A spacious plot of land. A gentle breeze is blowing. It feels good. It's hard to believe that biomonsters are ravaging the nearby town. There's a conspicuously large rock here. Viewing this rock, one senses that a strange power hides beneath its black luster. It's always a relief to be back home. There is a closet in the corner of the room. Nail puller can be seen. It is quite literally a tool intended for pulling nails. Like the kind of nails you hammer into things, or fingernails? Large river flows from east to west. It cannot be crossed since the bridge is out. Someone has placed a notice here. A photograph of a one-eyed man is posted here with the following notice written beneath it. Warn it, beware of this scoundrel. A river can be seen to the north of here. What is that? There is a forest on the opposite bank with a small small building visible between the trees. A biting ant biomonster stands in the way. Yeah, bye. The road follows the river, the view of which is blocked by a towering levee to the north. Moktavian stares at Anne with a grin on his face as he leans against the embankment. If you can give me a tool for pulling nails, I'll let you have this raft, the Moktavian offers. Okay. Moktavian traded a rubber raft for the nail puller. River can be seen to the north of here. There's a forest on the opposite bank with a small building visible between the trees. Can we use the raft? River. The raft would surely sink in the deep water of the river due to that hole in the exterior. It's unusable with that hole in it. Can I use glue on the plank? Can I use the plank on the rubber raft? Can I use the glue on the glue filled in the hole in the raft? Wait, what? Okay. Let's go back into town. Oh. And unlock the pharmacy door. There are all kinds of medicines on the shelves. There's some Trimate here. And took the Trimate. It's a strong medicine normally used for wounds, diseases, and other ailments. Okay. Okay. The girl's complexion quickly improved as the Trimate was administered. Oh, thank you so much. The woman gave Anne 70 Masada in gratitude. Scraps of lumber and bits of wood reside in close quarters with various woodworking tools. The owner is seated in the back of the shop. State your business, he said with a scowl. I wouldn't board. Can I get him to make an ore? Yes, I can. He took 50 Meseta from Anne as payment and silently began to remake the plank. When he was finished, the carpenter handed what was now an ore back to Anne. Thank you. The raft floats on the surface of the water. Anne is afloat in a raft. A gray building is visible on the northern shore. A forest surrounds a small stone house lying to the north. The place looks to be deserted. The river hinders movement back to the south. Sack can be seen. Sack? The entrance has been firmly boarded up. It's quite wide, but it should be possible to cross it with a boat. And took the sack. There was 100 Meseta inside. The raft floats on the surface of the water. I might need the nail puller again. I mean, I can exchange it any time. No. I think it was... Yes. You've got enough money to buy this knife. She took 100 Meseta from Anne and handed her a knife. I wonder what would happen. I can't do that. I'm a doctor. I wonder. Hmm. And brandished the knife at her opponent. 12. Nice. What? Oh, come on. Come on, die, you stupid ant. The biting ant ran away with the knife still stuck in its flesh. Let's use this rubber raft on the river. The raft floats on the surface of the water and is navigating the river in a raft. Woodtown lies to the north. Woodtown to the south. As Anna lighted on the riverbank, she noticed that the raft was beginning to deflate. Seems that too much stress was placed on the boat and the hole reopened. Cabin can be seen to the east, while a road leads west. Let's go to the cabin. This room is drab, but appears to be well kept. Furniture-wise, there's nothing more than a bed, a desk, and a bookshelf. As Anne entered the cabin, a young man in a white smock smiled at her as he began to speak. Hello, my name is Hines. I'm researching healing techniques here. You should come to me if you are injured, so that I might restore you. Hines uses Nara Sutta technique. Anne's wounds were healed. Desk. The desk is made of wood. There is some diamate inside the desk. Shh. Don't let him see. It's a strong medicine normally used for wounds, diseases, and other ailments. Nope. Shelf is packed with books about medical research, medical technique research. I guess I can go now. South of here flows a river, but the bridge is out, so it cannot be crossed. There are roads leading north and east. Where I came from east, so... The road turns from south to east. There's a thick forest to the west. The guard stands in the center of the road. The force is perilous. Do not enter, said the burly-looking guard. The city comes into view to the north. It must be Woodtown. This town has been devastated by biomonsters. The nearby buildings have been completely destroyed, and white smoke can be seen drifting upwards from several locations. A grief-stricken man is slumped beside the remains of his ruined home. Those poison fang biomonsters can't stand the smell of red flowers, the man mumbles, seemingly delirious. To the east sits the town's elementary school. It is a small building of 2 stories. The road continues north and south. Let's look around. This is a school that was reportedly attacked by biomonsters. The silence is ominous. To the east sits the town's elementary school. This is the end of the road. The wayside is teeming with flowers in bloom. Anne took the red flower. This blood red flower gives off a strong aroma. Red flower, blue thorns. The biomonsters seem to have precipitated an electricity blackout. It's too dangerous to walk around without a light. This part of town was also badly damaged. The road leads north and east. The sheer destructive power of these biomonsters made Anne shiver. A poison fang is coiled up here, ready to strike. Well, we already know what the man told us. The monster was repelled by the flower scent. This part of town is little more than a mountain of rubble. The damaged road ends in a fissure. The second-hand shop can be seen to the west. An elderly man is lying on the ground. He appears to be suffering from poison. Can we... No. The display cases have been smashed and the flooring torn up, leaving no place to stand. There are no signs of life here. Hopefully the employees managed to escape. Laser knife can be seen. My laser knife now. Anne took the laser knife. This knife is stronger than the one that Anne purchased at the weapon shop. Can I use the Diamate on him? Oh, no. Nope. Wait, can I... No. It's a laser knife. Wouldn't it create light? Alright, let's go back up. This is the end of the road. Um... Go help those in need of healing, you said. Well, I want to enter the forest. Oh, yeah? Well, get out of my way. I... I... Do I have to kill this thing? Oh, wow. Poison Fang was defeated. And produced an antidote from the monster's corpse. Ah. The antidote neutralized the poison in his body. The old man smiled broadly, then presented Anne with a lamp. Ah. Thank you. It's eerily quiet inside the school. The light of Anne's lamp flickers across the walls of the darkened hallway like a will-o'-the-wisp. The faculty room is to the north. A corridor leads south. Rows of desks for the school's teachers line the room. But there's no sign of anyone here. A history book lies open on one of the desks. Legend says that the golden ring rests within an altar in the center of the forest. Noises can be heard coming from upstairs. As Anne entered the second floor, she looked up without thinking and froze at what she saw. Before her eyes stood a gigantic monster with black wings like a demon's. However, the monster only gave Anne a quick glance before continuing to slowly advance towards the classroom at the end of the hallway. It seems to be much more interested in the contents of that room at the moment. Well... A man's voice was heard coming from inside the classroom. Ordinary weapons won't work on it. Only the gold ring can defeat this monster. You must find it, I beg of you. Time to eat. Okay. Let's go back. The guard has collapsed in front of the forest. He is dead. His back looks like it was sliced up by a giant sickle. It was definitely a biomonster that killed him. Yeah. Let's heal. guard is most sincerely dead. Anne is in a forest thick with trees. It would be easy to get lost if she is not careful. Oh boy. There's nothing but forest in every direction. A moss-covered stone monument sits at the base of a large tree. The engraving reads, Ausschlein melts stone. I don't have any Ausschlein. Anne is in a forest thick with trees. It would be easy to get lost if she is not careful. Another part of this bewildering forest. It's possible to move in any direction except south. Sunlight is shining on a mountain to the north and glittering on the waters of a river to the south. East leads to the forest interior. A grass killer is blocking the path. Surely this is the monster that slaughtered the guard earlier. Let's hope this wasn't a mistake. With a piercing shriek, the grass killer escaped into the thicket. The surface of the mountain is being drenched by the brilliant rays of the sun. A hut has been built on the mountainside to the west. Upon entering, she abruptly came face to face with a one-eyed man holding an armed shotgun. And remembered seeing his visage before, on a wanted poster. This was his hideout, and he wasn't alone, for just then Anne felt a large arm around her neck. Realizing she was at their mercy, she cursed her own carelessness. The man's accomplice standing behind her was so strong that she couldn't even move, let alone attempt to escape. As she struggled, a white piece of cloth was held against her face, and she smelled the strong scent of ether as her senses began to fade. As Anne regained consciousness, she was assaulted by a severe headache and pain throughout her entire body. How long had it been? She found herself in what appeared to be a storeroom, with her hands and feet bound and a gag stuffed in her mouth. Surely this was part of their hideout. A young man was standing guard over her. They got my knife. A stalwart young man clothed in a fur vest. As Anne stared at the youth, he started to blush. Despite appearances, he seemed to be tender-hearted. He began to fidget as Anne continued gazing at him. Don't tell the boss about this, said the boy as he removed Anne's bindings. He looked over at Anne and smiled bashfully. Give me my belongings back. This was the place where the outlaws assaulted Anne, but they seemed to have gone elsewhere. To the north is the room where she was held captive. Exits are east and south, and there is a stairway leading upwards. A desk is present. A key and an old tome were in one of the drawers. Anne took them. So let's go up. The sunny room constructed of wooden boards. No one else is around at the moment. Rubber raft lamp can be seen. Where is my knife? Wait, what? No. Or was that where I came from? There's a jet scooter here. It's a high-speed vessel capable of navigating any body of water. The key has been removed. Don't I? I have a key. Anna is aboard the jet scooter. The Owl's hideout is to the north and a cliff lies to the south. Heading west, the river becomes too narrow to travel much further. Anne is aboard the jet scooter. A forest can be seen to the north. There is a cliff to the south, so Anne cannot land here. What about here? Wait. Let's look at the old tome. The parchment it is written on is quite ancient. It is labeled as being a book of prayer, but most of the writing is in hieroglyphics that are too complicated to read. What if can I use the tome on the monument? That's my jet scooter. Appears to be an old building, but it can't be seen very clearly from here. Oh, I got the jet scooter, so I don't need the rubber raft anymore. The Motabian handed over the nail puller in exchange for his raft. What if I... There was somewhere I could go. I guess I should help rebuild the town too, says the man without moving a muscle. Can I use this somewhere? I... Uh-oh. Can I look at the monster of the classroom? Ooh. Ugh. Stupid gnat. Ugh. A stupid gnat tried to fly into my nose. Ugh. I don't really know what else to do. He was dead, right? Maybe he'd know. No, I guess not. Can I use it on the rock? Can I use... No. I don't know. I just don't know. And I'm looking everywhere, backtracking. That's the pharmacy, right? Alright, I'm gonna take another break and then I'm gonna. Actually, I'm gonna make a save state for this. And I'm gonna switch to the third one I have patched. I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay. We've got a save state for this one. Because I really don't know what to do in this one right now. So let's try out the last one I have patched for right now. Nay's Adventure. I mean, these seem pretty interesting. Let me look up the info about them again. For anybody interested in learning more about them. Okay, for anybody interested in these, here's some info about them. The Phantasy Star 2 Text Adventures are a series of visual novels originally released individually for the Sega Mega Drive as downloadable games via Sega Game Toshokan service exclusively in Japan. These text adventure games were released between the years of 1990 and 1991. More info. The Final Fantasy Star Text Adventures were also re-released on the compilation titles Game no Kanzume Volume 1 and 2 on the Sega Mega CD, Sega Ages 2500 Series Volume 32, Phantasy Star Complete Collection for the PS2, and Sega's B Club service. Although these adventures were never officially translated into English, the localized names from Phantasy Star 2, if applicable, will be used in order to keep naming conventions consistent. Let's look up. Phantasy Star, here's a little bit of trivia. Phantasy Star 2 Text Adventures was never used to officially describe these visual novels. Rather, on each release, they were simply referred to as Phantasy Star 2, characters' Japanese name transliterated. So yeah, never officially released in English. I mean, like I said, they seem interesting enough, but I don't know how much time I'd have to spend just trying to guess my way through the game. Let's try this one. Pretty much same controls. Time 1284 AW Spring, Paseo City on the planet Motavia. Nay's journey went on, her lonely, aimless journey. Roaming the wilderness, departing from town, she did nothing but keep walking, day after day. Yet no matter how far she walked, she found no place of rest. Her pointy cat-like ears gave her a strange appearance, but her mind was that of an ordinary young girl. Still, most people hated the bile monster blood that flowed through her veins. Even the joy of being part of a loving family had been snatched away from her in mere moments. It had happened about half a year ago. Nay had been all alone since her birth, until a kind middle-aged couple found and raised her. One fateful day, a violent mob assaulted their happy family. They chased Nay with torches and set her adopted parents' house on fire. Trapped by the flames, the husband and wife had Nay escape through a dust chute. When she finally emerged from the sewers and made it above ground, Nay saw her home being consumed by a raging inferno in the distance. That was the day her endless solitude began. She had no home to return to anymore, no one awaiting her arrival. She would never forget the brutal visage of the mob leader, the hunter with a scar on his cheek. Nay had made her way to a new town today. The tall stone wall surrounding the town is interrupted by a daunting gate, which is open. Guard gate is standing watch over the desert wasteland with a glare on his face. The city is partially visible through the gate. Beyond a broad avenue flanked with trees, a modern tower soars above the environs. Hey you, I don't know who you are, but you better not stick around too long looking like that. Now get out of my sight, he said with a scowl. The horizon shimmers in the heat. In her mind, Nay saw herself being chased by biomonsters during her wanderings. How long would this keep going on? Nay's parents once told her about a magnificent tower in the capital of Motavia. Just as they said, Central Tower radiates strength and beauty. It bestows courage on those who behold it. Lush Motavian palm trees follow the road as it passes through rows of posh houses. The large fronds block out the intense summer sunlight, providing pleasant shade. The sun sparkles through the swaying trees like gold coins fallen on stone pavement. They have all vast, delicately maintained yards leading up to beautiful white walls. A variety of colored curtains flutter among the windows. The road is often referred to as Main Street. It runs between Central Tower and the city gate. Oh, the same thing, okay. North. Central Tower looms over the north side of this expanse park. A variety of flowers, trees, and other ornamental plants are growing here. The place is quite lively, with pedestrians going to and fro and a couple seated on a bench, whispering affectionately to one another. Statues of the legendary heroes Alyssa and Meow rise from a small pond in the center of the plaza. Outfitted for battle and with a Laconia sword and animal claws equipped respectively, they have a gallant appearance to them. Main Street leads back to the south, with a paved road running perpendicularly. Eek! The woman is startled by Nay's appearance. What a creepy little kid. Do something about it. Hey, get lost, the man shouted, attempting to impress his girlfriend. Nay slowly backed away. His expression never even changes. Such a revolting brat. Upon noticing Nay, they invariably grimace, as if beholding something unpleasant, while going out of their way to avoid her. Wow, everybody's not very nice. It seems that only authorized personnel are permitted inside. The stone avenue intersects the gravel path leading north. The road narrows immediately to the east, however a large truck is parked in the way. It is parked facing the other direction, completely blocking the confined streets. This poorly maintained gravel pathway runs parallel to the central tower's outer wall. An old-fashioned mansion rests at the end of the road to the north. An eerie house surrounded by densely packed trees and a tall brick wall with an iron gate in front. A cat biomonster is squatting on a gate post. It is gazing this way through half-shut eyes. In closer inspection, there are numerous long-eared cat-like monsters on the walls and among the trees. The owner must really like that breed of biomonster. Or perhaps they have been collected for some other purpose. Let's go west. This paved east-west street crosses a path which gradually narrows as it runs to the north. A white three-story building is visible southward. As the path proceeds northward, it gradually slopes upward, ending at a wood-built store. A bearded man and a young hunter are chatting over drinks as they sit in rocking chairs outside the establishment, which is attached a sign. Nay entered the place of business, but before she had a chance to look around, she felt something pierce her back and soon found herself slumped on the floor. She had been hit by a tranquilizer dart. The voice of the young hunter was barely audible in her fading memory. What a freak. There's no way I can sell this. I thought for sure it was a biomonster. Oh well, I guess I'd better dump it someplace. Nay's consciousness finally faded. She awoke to find herself in a strange place. An awful stench hangs in the air, and a mountain of garbage extends as far as the eye can see. There's a discarded plank lying nearby. A rabid dog is rooting around in the trash. It glares at Nay with vacant eyes. Can I take the plank? An ordinary piece of scrap lumber. It's awfully light, probably palm wood. What? Alright, that's it. Whack. Swack. Nay bats the enemy on the head. Weeds are growing out of control in this spacious but unused piece of property. Further travel to the west is precluded by a moss-covered stone wall. There's a classically styled brick building to the south, its facade adorned by a sign. The breeze brings with it an unpleasant odor from the dumping grounds to the north. The sound of a barking dog can be heard coming from nearby. Better be careful. A symbol depicting human cloning is displayed. Clone Labs is imprinted beneath it. Numerous arms line the inner walls, and the back corner houses some glass showcases. Hey, don't touch the glass, the owner bellows from behind the counter. The hunter who shot Nay a while ago is nearby. Hey, that was a bad scene back there. Don't look at me like that. Look, I'll let you have this, so lighten up. He handed Nay some jerky on his way out. He's wearing a dreadful expression, as if he had accidentally eaten a bug, and not a tasty one at that. He seems to be monitoring Nay to make sure she doesn't try anything funny with his wares. The owner is quite a collector. An assortment of antique guns and other rare weapons are on display. Talk to him. Okay. Well, might as well leave here. So I gotta figure out where I have to go. Shoo shoo! Get away from here! They're being meaner than necessary to Nay. People with a guilty conscience are all afraid of her. No, Nay felt isolated even here. Although nothing more than smoked fish meat, it represents a precious meal to the hungry Nay. You know what? What if we... Well... There's nothing but junk here. Oh yeah. How about you... let's see if we can do it. This is dangerous, but... Come on. This is so risky, but I think we have to do this. The creature escaped behind a heap of trash, its pathetic yelping sounds still lingering in the air. I mean, what? I mean... So is there... no point to that? The building's interior is enveloped by an ominous atmosphere. In the center of the room, a thin man stands beside a pedestal attached to strange devices. Who would you like to have returned to you? Oh, what is this? The man seems excited. It resembles both human and biomonster, yet is neither. What about valuable specimen? You must let me study you. Perhaps it would be best to leave now. Oh yeah? Bonk. Ow, why'd you do that? Okay. You said you wanted to study me. Well, that was pointless. An automatic door opened as Nay stood there. The faint scent of disinfectants came wafting out. A young nurse trotted out from a white corridor. I'm sorry about your injuries, but if we let you in here, it could frighten the other patients, she explained in a compassionate tone of voice. Come this way. Nay was led to a small room where she received first aid. Wow, that was awfully nice. It is locked. I can't get in there yet. Residence to the east. A white two-story home. To the east. As she approached, the boy stopped playing and stared at Nay, then began feeling her ears. My name's Kid. Your long ears are really cool. I wish I had ears like that. But Monster Hunter's been coming here a lot recently, Kid said worriedly. Watch out that your ears don't get pulled. Hey, will you be my friend? Ah, really? Great. Say, why don't you come play at my grandfather's place? He lives in a big mansion with lots of animals. He's a little weird, but a really nice guy. I'm sure he'll like you. Oh yeah, I got something good for you. He retrieved the pastry from his shoulder pocket and presented it to Nay. This is my favorite food. It's really yummy. This made Nay feel happy. Thank you. Just then the front door opened. Kid, what are you doing? You shouldn't play with strange children like that. Now come inside. His mother grabbed him by the hand and dragged him into the house. This deluxe biscuit emits a scrumptious aroma. Let's... Nay entered the estate house. At the end of a long hallway, she found herself in a room with a peculiar ambiance. Every wall of this laboratory is covered in drugs and revolting specimens preserved in formalin. There are also shelves packed with arcane medical books and journals. An elderly man is seated behind a desk. Clearly a disciple of science, he is wearing a lab coat steeped in the scent of pharmaceuticals. The man's eyes widened when he noticed Nay. who had silently crept up beside him. He withdrew an old notebook from a drawer and began perusing it on the desk, repeatedly comparing its contents with Nay's appearance. No, it can't be. Impossible. This isn't the one I've been searching for. It should be younger and more like a cat, with those ears. He closed his eyes and started muttering to himself as he pondered this turn of events. The smells coming from the medicine bottles are hanging in the air. They make Nay feel uneasy. She was dimly cognizant of some forgotten memory trying to resurface, but couldn't quite recall it. He is still muttering to himself, eyes shut. Those ears. No, it is not the monster I seek. Can I... Nay took the notebook. It records the growth of a particular biomonster. The document ends exactly 6 months ago. I want to see what happens. Bonk! Ow! Why'd you do that? I'm just not sure. Deep in thought, he didn't notice when Nay returned the notebook. Hope I don't need that. Okay, that's as far as we can go. Can I... What's that tower? Okay. What happens if I talk to them again? Oh, that's the same one. The paved east-west street crosses the path, narrows it runs to the north. That's the hospital south, isn't it? You better leave soon. You were removed from the premises as one of the doctors catches you here. Oh yeah, well. Okay. Who would you like to have returned to you? Asked an old woman seated by an odd machine. She's calm and composed, but nevertheless has an uncanny presence. It would seem that ordinary folks don't become cloning technicians. Oh, you're the girl my son mentioned, right? I hear he was impertinent to you earlier. Let me tell your fortune by way of apology. What do you say? She took out a crystal ball as she spoke. I've been doing this sort of thing for a long time. I have an interest in fate, destiny, and such. So I've been telling people's fortunes as a hobby. Well then, are you ready? She stared at Nay. Nay felt intimidated by the woman's overbearing manner and gingerly took a seat. You wish to know where thou will end up? I see. You desire to belong to a loving home. She gazed in the crystal ball and began to prophesy. Thou shalt encounter someone special. I see a key, an old gentleman, a small animal, and a man with a scar on his face. This shocked Nay. The man with the scar must be that hunter who led the attack on our family. Is he somewhere in the city? The elderly lady paused and furrowed her brow momentarily before resuming her fortune-telling. You shall overcome hardships and become part of an affectionate family. But it will not last. After a brief time, you will be parted forever. However, that was not what she actually told Nay. Good fortune awaits if you can surmount the obstacles besetting you. You will persevere despite your suffering. That was the end of her divination. Thank you, Nay said timidly. You say the same thing? Poor child, don't let them break your spirit. Bonk! Ow, why'd you do that? Let me look at the sign. Why would there be a fortune teller in the clone labs? I... I... Show... Oh. Hey there, my name is Rudger. I received orders to go exterminate biomonsters. I'm just about to leave. Who knows if I'll even survive, let alone return to the city. It was some kind of fate that I met you here. Let me give you this to remember me by. Rudger placed a silver bullet pendant around Nay's neck. I just wanted to say farewell to somebody. Goodbye. He walked away, heading south. Both the necklace chain and the attached cartridge are made of silver. Okay. Yep, I knew that wouldn't work. Well, I didn't. Maybe you did. But I didn't. Central Tower looms over the north side of this expansive park. Pedestrians to and fro. Couple seated on a bench. I wonder. Oh yeah, well. Bonk! Oh, why'd you do that? Because I don't know what else to do. I... That's the weapon shop, isn't it? As Nay watched the cats, one of them purred at her in kinship. It was a white, well-bred kitten, staring at Nay with its blue eyes. This made her happy for some reason she was unable to fathom. She responded with a smile. There are many more of them here. The white kitten is looking on Nay like family. Can I... No. Why you gotta call me monster though? Just because I have long I know I know she's called a bio monster, but really? It's so mean. Look at the guard again, maybe. Oh yeah? Well. Bonk! Oh, why'd you do that? Um... Take a look around. And again. Well, weeds are growing out of control in this spacious but unused piece of property. Further travel to the west is precluded by a moss-covered stone wall. I really don't know what to do next. Feels like I've been everywhere. I mean... But I can still do this. uh, Leslie's weapon shop. What happens if I use the... Hey, they gave me this pastry, but what am I supposed to do with the pastry? Better not do that. I don't know. I just... I have no idea what to do now. That'll take me out, but... That's the hospital. I I'd rather not do this with by looking anything up, but I'm just gonna put a save state here. I'm stumped. Since you make a little bit of progress, a decent amount of progress, then it gets to a point in these games where you have to kind of search everything again. Once the progress seems to really slow down. So I think I'm gonna call it here. I don't know if I'll be coming back to these games anytime soon. I mean, they seem they seem decent enough, but I just besides, I only really wanted to just try them out. And I like them. So I mean, maybe I will come back to them at some point, or maybe I'll just play them further off stream, because there's like 5 more of them. Excuse me. My question is, um, who's on that we can raid? Ooh, ooh, ooh. Hmm. Well, okay. Let's raid Mel Plays Games. I don't think I've ever raided her before. Is she playing Tomb Raider for the Game Boy Color? Okay, so let's see if I put her username in right. Okay, there we go. I think that's right. Okay. So, thank you everybody who tuned in today. These are alright games. I mean, maybe one day I'll get back into them. But if I do, I might have to use see if I can find a walkthrough for them. Maybe. Just to get past parts where I get stumped. But, like I said, thank anyone who was either chatting or lurking. I'll be back on again tomorrow with I don't know what yet. Don't know what yet, but have a good day, and hope everybody's Saturday is going well. So let's go ahead and raid.